to do 23 questions with NWSA today.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Me too. So, what's your favorite breed of horse?
Well, American Saddlebred, of course. But if I was to pick another one, I really still love my Arab mare that I first had, my first Saddlebred.
Very equal opportunity.
First
of
horse,
you.
sorry. Yeah. She taught me how to ride. If I didn't ride her, I probably would have never started. Yeah.
Who's your friend here?
This is Stewie Griffin, Bre Thompson's horse. Stewie is one of our favorites here at the barn. He's so lovable. Stewie, I'm gonna let you go back.
So, you've shown a lot.
Yes.
Since you were a kid. So, do you have a pre-horse show routine, like a pre-class routine?
Well, it starts beforehand. So, like a few days before, I need to make sure that my clothes are set out. I have my tie and my pin, all the accessories that I need. And then when I get up in the morning, I like to stretch, of course, and be prepared to go. But I also dream sometimes about my ride, which in some cases hasn't always worked out well, particularly for my mom, since I've kicked her once or twice. But so yeah, and then I just try to just stay calm and not worry too much about it. I get a little nervous, but once I get on, those nerves go away.
I can relate to all of
Yeah.
that. What's your favorite all-time horse show? Anywhere in the world, or anytime, doesn't have to be existing.
That's hard to pick. I really loved Old Fall Classic, like when I was a junior exhibitor. Probably because we got to walk all down those aisles and nobody noticed what we were sneaking from all of the people. So that
And when
was
you
a
say
lot
that,
of
you
fun.
mean the NWSA Fall
Yeah,
Classic?
yeah.
Gotcha.
But I really did like Burlington. That
Yeah.
first year we went, Burlington County
Boone
Fair.
County Fair, yeah.
That was a
That's
lot of
a fun show.
Yeah.
Kind of old time.
Yeah.
Goats.
Nothing like
sheep.
I'd ever experienced
Yeah,
it before.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so since I know you pretty well, I know a little bit about what you do in your spare time. So I would like to know, who's your favorite Game of Thrones character?
Probably Jon Snow.
Mine too, but
Uh-huh.
I've only watched 2 episodes.
Yeah, well, Jon Snow's cute, of course, so that helps. But he died and came back to life. So what a great story, and who knows how that happened or why, and so it really draws to the
I like
character.
it. We were just talking, and that I listen to a lot of podcasts. You said you just started listening to podcasts. What podcasts do you listen to, or what's your favorite one?
Right now, it's a lot of teaching ones that I listen to. So I started listening to Conscious Discipline because that's really big into my school right now, and so I think it really helps me stay in the moment and focus on the discipline of that. So I'm pretty fond of that. I haven't really explored beyond.
Sure.
I'm curious if anyone has
You will.
recommendations.
They're addictive.
Yeah, additional ones that.
What's your spirit animal?
A unicorn.
Oh, good answer. I
Yep,
like it.
Yep.
So if you could go back and give your 20-year-old self any piece of advice, what would it be?
Probably not to be so dedicated to my plan of life.
I like that. That's good advice.
Yeah.
Speaking of advice, what's the best piece of riding or show ring advice that you've ever received?
Well, to go out there and ride like you're gonna win it, but to be present in the moment, because I think that in my case, my emotions probably take over, and I'm really not experiencing what's happening out there. I'm so busy paying attention to the next thing, not just saying, hey, I'm here
Yep.
in Louisville.
Right.
Trotting
Oh my gosh,
down.
This is
right,
so cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that people would be shocked to know about you?
I mean, if you don't know me at first, you wouldn't know that I'm deaf out of one ear. But probably that I am a real picky eater, but I'm also real critical of myself, and I probably don't let other people know that, just the close ones to me.
I know that. And I also know that you're a kindergarten teacher. I know our listeners might not, but what's your favorite thing about teaching kindergarten?
Their excitement to come to school every single day. So they love it. They're not dulled by the situation. And they also tell me that I'm their favorite teacher, even though I'm
You're
their only teacher.
Yeah.
But I'll take that I'm their favorite teacher any day.
How about your least favorite?
Lunch. So we have lunch in the classroom. And not all schools do that, but this district does. So the kids eat their lunch in my classroom. So the first month and a half is spilt milk all over my entire room. And I dislike that a lot.
Who's your fashion icon? Anyone in the world?
That's a really tough one because it depends on the moment.
Yep.
I don't know, like, I would love to dress like Carrie Underwood. I mean, her legs are phenomenal. Yes.
First, let's get her legs.
Yeah, right. Right. Exactly.
Clothes. Good answer. What's your favorite color of show suit? Speaking of fashion.
Well, I am, of course, fond of black because that is what I always have. It's super flattering. But I really, like, if you're going to look at a tux, that dark, like a charcoal gray or a black that has a shimmer in it, I think is phenomenal. And I'm always attracted to that.
What food could you eat every day of your life?
I mean, probably anything that contains bread. So, like, bread and butter. Or macaroni and cheese.
Options.
I mean,
Yeah.
but macaroni and cheese I probably could eat almost every day.
Same.
Yeah.
How about your favorite restaurant, like anywhere in the world? Or any type?
Well, we've gone to so many. I like that one in California that.
Which show?
Well, we go there from Woodside, and the actor owns it. What's his
Oh,
name?
Mission. No, that's Monterey.
Monterey, Mission Ranch.
Yeah, Mission Ranch.
Yeah,
I
Clint
like that.
Eastwood owns it. I think he just sold it though.
I think
it's
he
in
did.
Carmel actually.
And Carmel. And I liked how he had the goats.
And we saw him.
Yeah, and there was the goats and the sheep in the
He was
background.
herding them in
yeah.
his muck boots.
Yeah.
It's one of my all-time favorite events in my life.
Yeah.
All right, dream vacation.
Oh, well, I think going to Santorini really marked on the top, and I would love to go back there. But I think Australia would be a cool place to go to.
Yeah. What was your first job?
Well, I worked at American Energy, which is my dad's company, and I did filing. Was probably my very first one. And then I think shortly after that I tried waitressing for a day. That did not go well, and I decided that's not what I should do.
Same. Do you have any superstitions in general or about getting ready to ride or show?
Well, my mom, I prefer my mom to be at almost every show because
Don't we all?
It helps. That's like she's just my person, and not that I've had horrible experiences when she's not been there, but I've always had better ones when she is. So shows without my mom, not a great plan.
Other than, of course, your husband Andy, who's your like celeb crush?
Oh, Ryan Gosling.
Oh yeah, good
Well,
one.
he's always in all those good like romantic movies, and
Yep.
I just fall in love with him every single time. So.
How about your riding idol?
Well, I'm always fond of you, of course. Also.
Good. Thank you for
And
mentioning that.
I like Brit. I'm always fond of Brit. She does a great job. But like Elizabeth Goff, of course. She
Good
rides everything so well, and she has the best horses often. So and to show like her and just have that confidence to go out every single time, I think would be a great asset to have.
Favorite cocktail?
Oh, well, when I was younger, I always went for what was called Sex on the Beach. So it was like a cranberry type vodka drink. But as I've matured, I really like just Woodford and Coke.
Oh,
Yep.
simple.
I mean,
straight
simple.
to the point.
Yep.
Yeah. What would your superpower be if you could have one?
I would like to. I think I'd like to read minds because
Good one.
it would let me understand what the person I'm talking to is feeling, because you might not always know that, and then I get a better. Just I think it would stop a lot of confusion if you could understand where the other person was coming from.
Last question. If you won the lottery, what's the first thing you'd buy?
Oh, a plane ticket to Kentucky because we're gonna go buy a horse.
So the plane ticket, then the horse.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta get there, right? So I gotta find
Gotcha.
one. Yeah.
No, I like where you're thinking. You're starting. We've all got our priorities.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Bre, for
Yeah.
being our first 23 questions with NWSA victim.
No, it was not. It was painless, actually.
And we appreciate your time, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you.